Doesn't want to pay. Hold on a second, guys. Trying to put this on here. All right. Mic is hot. We are live with another one, guys. Let me fix my camera here. We are live with another one. Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. This is my UFC post-fight reaction to last night's card. I don't give a damn what nobody says, guys. Okay, point blank, period. I don't care what anybody says. Last night's card was atrocious, guys. How you doing, Mustard? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Did you survive last night's card? Okay, because I didn't, guys. Okay, I didn't survive it. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the damn truth. Okay, I watched the prelims. As I was watching the prelims, I fell asleep. Okay, woke up, cooked dinner, ate dinner, ended up going on the live. As I'm on the live, I'm like, bro, there was a situation that was happening with my internet. I said to myself, you know what? I'm not even gonna, this card is not even worth dealing with the issues that I'm dealing with right now. So I I stepped out, man. I stepped out. I tried. Mustard tried. Mustard says he tried, and so did I. So did I. Let me tell you something. Um, but as it stands right now, guys, I went 7-4. Okay, I went 7-4 with my UFC fight predictions for last night's card, which puts me for my UFC fight predictions. I'm 167 and 117. That is 167 wins and 117 losses for my UFC fight predictions for 2025, guys, as it stands. But let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about a little bit of things that happened last night. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. All right, let's start from the beginning, right from the start. All right. And that's Ketlin Salsa. Ketlin, I'm never picking you again. Ketlin, I'm never picking you again. You lost me. You lost me as a fan. Okay. You know, Ketlin has some phenomenal fights in the UFC. She really has. She's had some phenomenal fights in the UFC. But let me tell you something. I'm done picking her. Okay, I picked her against Angela Hill, the Angela Hill. Guys, I'm a huge fan of Angela Hill. So for me to pick against Angela Hill, it says something. And Ketlin Salsa actually lost against Angela Hill. And then I picked Ketlin Salsa once again to beat Rodriguez. And what does she do? She shits the bed, guys. Ketlin Salsa shits the bed, so I'm never picking her ever again. She lost me. Okay, she has lost me. My big forehead says hi. How you doing? Nicole Hernandez says hi as well. How you doing, guys? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Mustard says fumbled. Let me tell you something. She fumbled it, man. She fumbled it. I don't know what's wrong with her, but let me tell you something. She lost me. She lost me. All right. Moving on. Let's see what else we can talk about. Let me see. I mean, guys, not a lot happened yesterday. Not a lot happened. But Rinya Nakamura versus Nathan Fletcher. That was a hell of a fight. That was a hell of a fight, guys. That was a hell of a fight. A nasty KO. I thought it was hilarious that Michael Bisping went in there and thought that Nakamura couldn't even talk English. He was asking for a translator. It was hilarious, guys. But congratulations to Nakamura. He was able to get a fast KO. In my opinion, it was one of the better fights of the night. Not much happened with this card, but if I had to pick a fight, I thought that was an interesting fight. It was very entertaining. It was. What else was it? I mean, the co-main event, guys. Surprisingly, as soon as I stepped out, the co-main event, Rebecca versus Chris Duncan. That was a hell of a fight. That was a hell of a fight. I'm ready. I'm just ready to move to the next card. Mustard, me and you both. Okay, me and you both. And we're stuck at the apex for a while, guys. We are stuck at the apex for a long while until UFC 319 comes upon us, and I believe that is in August 11th. So, you know, a week away from that. But yeah, man, I thought the co-main event was impressive. I thought those guys came out to bang. Both guys were 2-1. Um, I did pick Rebecca to win. Unfortunately, Chris Duncan does go in there and get the dub against Rebecca, but it was a great performance. It was a good co-main event, and surprisingly, you know what? It was an exciting fight, and I actually looked at this card and saw this co-main event, and I'm like, guys, Chris Duncan as a co-main event, and look, let me tell you something. Chris Duncan went out there and proved me wrong. You know what I mean? Chris Duncan went out there and really, really came out to scrap, man. He really did. So, excuse me, Chris Duncan, but that was a good co-main event fight, I must say. Let me see. 319 might be a saving grace. I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is your channel. I am just the pilot. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Let me make sure my mic is on. But yeah, guys, I thought Chris Duncan and Rebecca really went in there. They really went in there to bang. They didn't go in there to point fight. It was an exciting co-main event, um, and it really it made for an exciting end to the night. To be honest with you, because this card really didn't have anything to offer. But let me tell you something: that co-main event did deliver. And guys, I also want to talk about Elvis Brenner versus Esteban. That was also a banger. Surprisingly, that was also a banger. Elvis and Esteban went in there, and look, I said this in my UFC fight predictions. Both guys, they come to bang. They come to bang. Pause. And they really did. Elvis and Esteban, from the very beginning of the fight, they were trying to take each other's heads off. They were throwing caution to the wind, man. And I thought that was a really fun fight. I thought it really was. I actually think High Key Alex might win the belt back from Big Ink. Mustard says that Big Ink might lose against Alex Pereira in this rematch. Do you think? Look, if Alex Pereira ends up beating Uncle Live, do you think Alex Pereira and Uncle Live will have a trilogy fight? Let me know in the chat. Dean, longtime supporter, back on the chat. Back on your channel. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Dean, what is going on? Did you survive the night yesterday? Did you survive yesterday's card? Mustard says sometimes it really be the most random guys putting on banger fights. LOL. Mustard, I agree. I did not think Elvis. I mean, I did not think Chris Duncan and Rebecca was actually going to go in there and actually give us the type of fight that they gave us last night in that Coleman event. But they surprised me. Let me tell you something. And back to Elvis and Esteban, another banger fight. I didn't expect that. Well, I did expect it, but I didn't expect it from the very beginning. And those guys really threw caution into the wind. Let me see. The huge surprise, guys. I gotta bring this up. Huge surprise. Gotta give your flowers to Neil Magny. Look, I picked Neil Magny to win this fight. A lot of people thought Neil Magny was actually going to go into the octagon against Dos Santos and actually lose against Dos Santos. A lot of people were questioning if Neil Magny was actually a dead body. And I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. I, myself, was actually questioning if Neil Magny was a dead body as well. But I did not want to believe it. I did not want to believe it. I thought, look, Neil Magny has been around for a long time. Neil Magny has fought the who's who. And I understand recency bias. I understand that. Especially after seeing Neil Magny get slapped so quickly by Carlos Prates. It was a really bad look. But I just had a feeling that Neil Magny is not done. Neil Magny still has a lot to offer in that division. And what does Neil Magny do? Neil Magny goes in there and gets on Dos Santos' back, brings him into the ground, gets on his back, and starts beating him into a pulp until the referee has to stop the fight. Congratulations to Neil Magny, guys. Not a lot of people come back. Not a lot of people come back from getting viciously KO'd, like that by Carlos Prates. But look, Neil Magny was able to come back, beat Dos Santos with an impressive win. A lot of people thought he was a dead body, me included. But you know what? I did pick Neil Magny to win this fight, and Neil Magny is not a dead body, guys. Let me read some of these comments. Brad says, hello, 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 hello. How you doing, Brad? How are you doing? Pereira respected the wrestling too much, despite Ank not really using it at all that much. Mustard, I agree with you. I agree with you. It caused some issues. India lost in MMA, boxing, and kickboxing. Damn, Dean, really? That's terrible. 100%. Magny has been in the wolves' den for a long time. He really has, Mustard. He really has. Excuse me. What else? What else we could talk about? Let me see. Oh, the guys, the worst fight of the card. Look, there was not a lot of exciting, fights on this card. I'm just being honest with you. But the worst card on, the worst fight on this card. And I must say, I am not impressed by Trayshawn Gore. I'm not impressed with him at all. He's on the scale talking about he gave it his all, and he didn't even make weight, missed weight by about 3 to 4 pounds. Not impressed by Trayshawn Gore. He goes in there against Rodolfo, ends up losing against Rodolfo. But let me tell you something, guys. That fight was awful. That fight was trash. With a capital T, trash. Not impressed by Rodolfo at all. He continuously went for the takedown. I guess that was I guess that's the only strategy that Rodolfo had, was to go for a takedown. He went for 1900s takedowns and only completed one. Trayshawn Gore, he definitely wasn't going to make weight. He definitely was trying to make it really, really hard on Rodolfo to take him down. That's the reason why most likely he wanted to keep the extra pounds on him. Awful fight. Worst fight on the card. Boring fight from the beginning to the end. Congratulations for both men for winning the most boring fight of the evening. Trayshawn Gore and Rodolfo. Congratulations to them. Ronda Rousey versus Jake Paul. Look, guys, if that ever happened, I guarantee Ronda Rousey takes him down and submits him. I bet you that's what Dana White would say. High key, Ronda could have been good if her coaches weren't dog shit Dean. Mustard, look. Her stand-up was awful. Her stand-up was awful. Her stand-up was awful. Like, there's no way around it, guys. Dana White was trying to sell this false narrative that Ronda Rousey can box with the best boxers out there. Dana White had us believing that Ronda Rousey can go rounds with pure boxers, guys. What a fucking joke. What a joke that was. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we were all eating it up, guys. We were all eating that up. Oh my God. Unbelievable. I can't even, it hurts my head. It hurts my head. That's why I don't believe the false narratives anymore that Dana White, the UFC, and all of them try to sell us. I'm just being honest. She would probably knock you out. Lim Han, she probably would. She probably would knock me out, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? All she needs to do is grab a hold of me and slam me on the concrete, and that's the end. You know what I mean? So yeah, probably she can knock me out. You know what I mean? I'm still waiting on the Connor Chandler fight. Oh my God, King. JD King back on the chat, back on his channel. Haven't seen him in a while, but I see him now, and he's on the chat talking about that he is waiting for Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler, a fight that would never happen, a fight that would never, ever happen, and is unfortunate. You're gonna keep waiting, all right, my guy. Now, 100%, and I still blame her coaches for her dog water boxing. Yeah, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. Her boxing was awful. The strategy against Holly Holmes was awful. Yeah, it's unfortunate, guys. It's unfortunate. She really fed into her own narrative. I'll tell you that much. Her coach said that not. Her coach said that not Dana. Guys, I watched multiple interviews with Dana White talking about how Ronda Rousey can spar with pure boxers, how Ronda Rousey can beat Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather. That was straight out of Dana White's mouth. Are you serious right now? Don't try me. Don't try me, bro. Okay? Her coach just didn't take any of it seriously at all. Did Ferguson box match happen yet? JD King, I don't know. I don't think it happened yet. You know what I mean? I don't think it happened yet with Soul Poppy. I hope it hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean? I did make a live about it. I feel like, you know, his family are doing him a disservice because they should be sitting Tony Ferguson down and having a conversation with him on why he should stay away from combat sports in general. Okay. Um, Let me see. Dean says, I wouldn't care if she knocked me with her thighs. Dean, you're ridiculous, bro. That's a gay little bell you got there, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Your mom loves my gay little bell. She loves this gay little bell. You know what I mean? She loves it. Let me tell you something. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, stop the incest. You know what I mean? Stop the incest. Stop fucking your cousins. Okay, that's nasty. All right, stop fucking your cousins. Stop the incest. All right, first and foremost. And if you can do that, we just might be okay with the future of humanity because there won't be enough retards like you walking on this earth. Okay. So just stop with that first. If you could stop that first, we just might survive. Okay. Let me see. If she was under a better team like American Top Team or something, she'd she'd have been great. Maybe, you know, but there was this a little bit too many bodies at American Top Team, and they didn't want to see Ronda Rousey get torn apart. You know what I mean? By those girls over there. That's just the honest truth, man. You know what I mean? Let me see. The stand up sets up the takedown. It's just how it is. And if Ronda doesn't have it, she has like no offensive wrestling. Mustard, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree with you wholeheartedly when it comes to Ronda Rousey. Um, you know, Ronda Rousey had success in the UFC. Unbelievable, but she had success in the UFC. And she had success in the WWE as well. You know, she doesn't wrestle anymore, but she did find herself finding success in WWE. That bell is more straight than you. There you go, Dean. There you go. The bell is more straight than that. Let me see. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this. But there was a lot of shakeup, guys. There was a lot of shakeup when it comes to this card last night. You know what I mean? There was a lot of a lot of shakeup with it. You know, according to uh sources, Amir Albazi, you know, he couldn't make it to the main event because he said that this card was atrocious. He said this card was so atrocious that you know what I mean. He gave up. He said, "Fuck it, I'm not even gonna make it to the main event." No, I'm joking, guys. Amir Abazi didn't make it to the main event because he wasn't medically cleared. That is the rumors around. So Young Sung Park ended up stepping in and getting beat fairly quickly by Tatsuro Tara. And congratulations to Tatsuro Tara to go in there and get the submission fairly quickly against Young Sung Park. It's still tough. It's still tough, to fight somebody off of a day notice. But he was still able to go in there and get the finish in Tatsuro Tara. So congratulations to him. Let me read some of these comments. Like most of her submissions were her opponents putting themselves into spots to get reversed into subs. I agree with you. That is very true. And plus, a lot of those girls early on didn't really know, the technique of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know what I mean? I mean, the female division, when Ronda Rousey was in it, you could basically say Ronda Rousey was the Royce Gracie of the females division when it first started out, basically. Okay. She was never able to actually offensively use her ground game because of it. I agree with you. Volleyball more versus cricket. Dean, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I watch volleyball. You know what I mean? I do watch volleyball from time to time. They do give it on ESPN. I believe that's the channel that they give it on, and I do watch it from time to time. It is entertaining. It is entertaining, to be honest with you. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Some good competitive moments on that beach. I'll tell you that much. Like half of these chicks would have probably won if they didn't try and do ground and pound and just kept it standing and pin her on on her feet. I agree. And that's exactly what Holly Holmes did. You know what I mean? Holly Holmes had just enough, wrestling defense and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu defense, to keep the fight standing to the point where, uncomfortability came, when Ronda Rousey found herself in a striking fight against Holly Holmes. And you guys saw how that went. You guys saw how that went, guys. But yeah, guys, there's really nothing else to talk about. Like I said, worst fight, Trayshawn Gore, Rodolfo. Surprise of the night was Neil Magny versus Dos Santos. I did pick Neil Magny to win that fight. Congratulations to him. Also surprise of the night was Chris Duncan and Rebecca giving us such a badass performance for that co-main event. And what else? What else we could talk about? That's about it, guys. That's about it. Let me see. High key deserved downfall though. Damn, Mustard. Mustard says that Ronda Rousey deserved that downfall, especially after she played Cupcake, Misha Tate, right? I'm a fan of Misha Tate. Conor McGregor says, I am not lying. I was in Caesar's Palace last night. I saw Dana gambling and he had a side chick by his side. He probably did. He probably had two side chicks by his side. You know what I mean? I don't see why not. You know what I mean? If I was him, I'd have three. Okay. Conor McGregor says, I stalked him a bit. They were getting touchy. I bet you. I bet they were getting touchy. Okay. I bet you they went to the bathroom and caught a couple cases in that bathroom stall. Okay. Garen fucking T. Let me see. Why is Conor here? Somebody call Khabib ASAP. Yeah, man. Somebody call Khabib ASAP. You know what I mean? But Conor McGregor, be careful because he is the guy to throw dollies, guys. Okay. Nunes was doing the God's work on her. Damn, Mustard. That is cold blooded. Cold blooded. You talking that Amanda Nunes went in there and gave her CTE and ended her career. Unbelievable. Connor, did you see him and Jones kissing? That's crazy. Bro has a wife and 3 kids. Look, Conor McGregor. I'm gonna tell you something, Conor McGregor. Can you tell D Devlin to stay away from my DMs? Okay, D Devlin does not stay away from my DMs. Yes, we were planning to get your wife, or she's not your wife. You haven't married her, and that's the fortunate situation that we have at hand. Okay, Connor. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Conor McGregor. Can you tell D Devlin to please, please, please stay away from my DMs. Okay, stay away from my DMs because there's somebody else that's headed towards my DMs, and her name is Maya Lesnar. Okay, and let me tell you something. You don't want a problem with her. Okay, neither do I. All right, neither do I. So get it together. Get it together. Okay. Let me see. Connor, who's your plug? That's what Mustard says. Conor McGregor starts laughing. There is a new duck in town, and his name is uh what? Call Gone versus Tom. Look, guys, I'm not gonna call that fight just yet, okay? But I am gonna say this. Tom Aspinall has a lot on his plate. All right, if he doesn't finish Cyril Gahn swiftly, be prepared for the John Jones tweets. Okay. Khabib joins the chat. There he is. Khabib is in the chat. Welcome to the chat, Khabib. Armin is the top dog of lightweight. We've been saying this. He definitely is. Armin is the top guy in that division. How can Connor's wife? How can Connor's wife is okay with whatever he is doing? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. You know, there's sick people out there. All right, and D Devlin is one of them. Okay, D Devlin is a sick person. Okay, the duck is Ilya Taporia. I agree, guys. I agree, guys. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree with Combat. Okay, I agree with Combat IQ. When he says Ilya Taporia is ducking, and in my opinion, he is ducking. He is ducking Armin. Armin is deserving to fight Ilya Taporia for that lightweight strap for that gold. Okay, he was deserving before Charles Oliveira, in my opinion. But unfortunately, here we are. Let me see. D. Devlin, a fiance for 17 years. Hey, that's okay. That's okay for D. Devlin. You know what I mean? I know people who've been fiancés for never. Okay, they've been together with someone and they not fiance material. They're not even wife material. You know what I mean? So they're not getting any rings. They're not getting any rings. They're not getting anything. Stand your base. That's what Conor McGregor says. Mustard says, man, I hate watching Gone because he has so much potential, but still finds a way to screw it up. Mustard, look, maybe he won't screw it up against Tom Aspinall. Maybe he'll go in there and do some foot stops and change up the game and actually beat Tom Aspinall and surprise everybody. Also, hockey after Marab goes out and violates Sanhagen, give my boy a shot against Volk. You really want to see Marab versus Volk? Is that what you're talking about? Marab versus Volk? You want to see Marab versus Volk. That's the fight you want to see. I'll smash your boy. Damn, Dean says I'll smash your boy. Mustard, he's been ragdolling that entire division. He has. He has. I mean, look at his he's been on a tear, guys. He's beating the who's who. He's beating the who's who. Ilya is ducking Armin because Armin is not 35 years old. He is not on a losing streak and is a freestyle wrestler. I agree with you, Combat. I agree with you wholeheartedly. When it comes to Armin, I think he's deserving for that strap. But unfortunately, the UFC, they're holding him hostage right now. They're holding him hostage, guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. You heard? Let me see. Hope Gone can grapple with Aspinall. Hopefully, Gone can stay away from the grappling department, to be honest with you, because I want to see Gone actually survive. Okay? He's honestly the only champion in the UFC who we could say he's basically ran through the entire division right now, other than Pantoja or Aspinall. I agree. I agree. When it comes to Tom Aspinall, look, guys, he hasn't ran through any division. Okay, Tom Aspinall hasn't ran through any division. What division has he ran through? That heavyweight division that's in shambles. That heavyweight division that has basically nobody, a bunch of no names. No disrespect, no disrespect, but a bunch of no names. Okay, and when it comes to the flyweight division with Pantoja, yeah, definitely true about that one. I agree with that one. Definitely. All right. Let me see. I don't think Gone versus Aspinall go past round one. Man, that's a huge prediction. That's a huge prediction. Marab Wood 50-45 Sanhagen. Damn, that's an ass whipping. Pantoja would be cool, but high key, I don't see him ever moving up for some reason. I think the UFC doesn't want to put that together. I don't think the UFC wants to put that together. I think they know for a fact that Marab would ragdoll him. Okay, and I don't think they want to put that together, to be honest with you. All right, I don't think that's going to happen. What do you think? What do you think is next for your boy? What's his name? What's his name? Wow, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second, guys. I'm looking for something here. Yeah, what you thought? What are your thoughts on Tatsuo Tara? What's next for your boy? What's next for Tatsuo Tara in that division, and specifically since we're talking about that division right now? What do you think is next for him? Gone should survive on the ground for at least 2 minutes. That's what J.D. King says. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Chicken burger versus cheese pizza. Chicken burger versus cheese pizza. I'm gonna have to say cheese pizza. Yo, what's good? What is going on, Marcus? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. How you doing? Blessings to you. Did you survive last night's card? Cause we did. We did survive. Okay. But it was hard, guys. It was hard. It was hard to survive. Heavyweight division sucks. Only exciting fighter is Aspinall, Derek Lewis. I agree with you. I like Derek Lewis. I like Tom Aspinall. I even like Alex Pereira stepping up from that light heavyweight division and potentially fighting in the heavyweight division. I like that as well. Maybe Tora can get Kyle France. Maybe that would be a good one. Maybe that would be a good one, guys. Possibly. Possibly. We'll see. I mean, maybe Tatsuo Tara is like one win away from fighting for gold, to be honest with you. He's one way away from fighting for gold. And remember, Tatsuo Tara was supposed to fight Van, but that fight was canceled, obviously. But he was supposed to fight Van. So another reason why Tatsuo Tara is really close for fighting for gold. I think Ankalaev will win this rematch. Combat IQ says Ankalaev will beat Alex Pereira for this rematch and close the door for any trilogy fight with Alex Pereira, guys. That's what he believes. Look, guys, I couldn't disagree. I couldn't disagree, especially after what we saw in the first fight. I mean, Ankalaev didn't even have to use his wrestling, and he beat Alex Pereira. Okay, so those I wouldn't be surprised if Ankalaev could actually pull it off. Those poor guys at flyweights are just going lamb to the slaughter. Mustard, I agree with you. I agree with you. Muhammad Usman confidence up after winning last fight. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It definitely is up. It should be up. But anyways, guys, we are past the 30-minute mark, and you already know what it is. After the 30-minute mark, we can start talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. It does not have to be mixed martial arts related. Okay, rapid fire. All right, because I will be out of here soon. I think Alex will come in with with more pressure as a reaction to the first fight, but Ank will anticipate it and will include more wrestling and pick up a decision. Mustard, hey, it sounds like you have your predictions in for Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. You know what I mean? I honestly think Alex Pereira will make adjustments. He will make the fight just a little bit tougher on Ankalaev. And, I wouldn't be surprised if Alex Pereira goes for a takedown as well and tries to mix it up on Ankalaev. I wouldn't be surprised. JDM versus Islam is confirmed for November in MSG. Yeah, I did see that. I did want to make a post about that as well. I was gonna go live and talk more specifically about that, but I figured, you know what, we're nowhere near November. So as we approach November, I will be going live and talking more specifically about JDM versus Islam. Did he denied bail? Did he really? Did he really get denied bail again? I mean, why is he being denied bail when he's been found not guilty for basically almost all the charges? I mean, I'm not understanding. Who you think will win, Alex versus Ankalaev? Man, that's a tough fight for me. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, if I had to pick someone, I would like to see Alex Pereira win that fight. I did pick Alex Pereira to beat Ankalaev, but unfortunately, Ankalaev went in there with a great strategy, a great game plan against Alex Pereira, and he beat Alex Pereira at his own game. He outstruck him. There was moments in there where he hurt Alex Pereira as well. So I would like to see Alex Pereira go in there and actually get this dub against Ankalaev and potentially have a trilogy fight with Alex with Ankalaev, but that's easier said than done, guys. Easier said than done. I feel like Islam is getting cooked by JDM. I don't think so, Mustard. I don't think JDM is gonna cook Islam. Not at all. I think uh, I watched that fight with JDM and what's his name Bilal Muhammad. I watched that fight with Bilal Muhammad and JDM, and let me tell you something. That fight was razor close, and I honestly think Islam is gonna use his wrestling and make this fight just that much harder for JDM. I think if Alex wins, they won't do a trilogy and he'll just move to Tom. Uh, I could see that happening. I could see the UFC and Alex Pereira actually putting a move like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Jamal Hill never got his rematch against Alex. Hold on a second. Jay the King, did you just say Jamal Hill? The Jamal Hill, the guy who beat his family over Thanksgiving dinner, the guy who is basically going to win back to back Crash Out of the Year awards. You talking about that Jamal Hill? You think Jamal Hill deserved a rematch against Alex Pereira? Are you kidding me right now? You're fucking with me, right? You're fucking with me right now. Let me read some of these comments. I honestly think Bilal will become champion again. Man, Mustard, that's a tough take. That's a tough take. I think it will be Islam by dark choke or unanimous decision. I think Islam will win as well, guys. I think Islam will win. Nah, for real. Jamal Hill lost by early stoppage. Honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know where that came from, man. Ha 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 ha. He did, man. He did. I'm telling you. I tell you what. You know what I mean? Jade the King made me laugh when we were talking about Jamal Hill, guys. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that he actually asked the question, "What happened to Jamal Hill?" Because I tell you what happened to Jamal Hill. He's been losing ever since then, guys. He hasn't even gotten a dub ever since losing against Alex Pereira. The guy is just at best, like I said, a street fighter. Okay, that light heavyweight division. I mean, he's gotten lucky. Jamal Hill has gotten lucky. The way he got the belt was by beating an old decrepit Glover. So I don't want to hear Jamal Hill. I don't want to hear about him. You know what I mean? Congratulations to him and his L's. You know what I mean? But that's karma. You know what I mean? That's karma. It's insane. We lived in a world where Poirier and Gus never became champ, but Jamal Hill did. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy when you put it into, when you put it into, when you godly. I don't even consider Jamal Hill a champion, and I'm just being honest, guys. I don't consider Jamal Hill a champion. I understand he held gold, he beat Glover. I understand that and all, but guys, Jamal Hill is a dead body. Jamal Hill was never supposed to be champion. Dustin Poirier is more of a champion than Jamal Hill will ever be. Okay, all right. The worst champion in history is Jamal Hill. I agree, guys. I agree. I agree. First journeyman to become champion. I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. All right, crash out of the year 2024 was Jamal Hill, and I'll tell you what, 2025 is looking like a clear straight way win for him once again. But we shall see, guys. We shall see. Uh, but anyways, guys, honestly though, if Poirier didn't take that second corner, he definitely would have became champ. Yeah, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Dustin Poirier had a great career. He really did. It was fun watching his career. I had a lot of fun, watching the ups and downs of Dustin Poirier. Very entertaining fighter and an illustrious career. Congratulations to him and his family. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Jamal Hill, I need to see that guy get knocked out over Thanksgiving, dinner. I really do. I really do. Somebody give me a call. You know what I mean? Next time Jamal Hill pulls up for Thanksgiving dinner, so I can see, an ass whipping. Did you see Connor lifting weights photo? No, I didn't see any Connor lifting weights photo. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that photo of of him in the closet lifting any weights. 2-pound dumbbells. Unbelievable. Moving to heavyweight so he can start getting dropped by heavyweights. He's already getting dropped by light heavyweights. What makes you think he's gonna survive the heavyweights? He probably die in there, guys. Okay. Jay the King says free Diddy. Ah, man. I mean, look. One thing you can guarantee, guys, is that Diddy, he could do a Harlem Shake, and Diddy is a freak. Okay, he is a freak of nature. Congratulations to him. For being, the freak of the decade. I know for a fact when he gets out of the situation that he's in, he is going to throw a hell of a party. A hell of a party. And I tell you what, half of Hollywood is not invited. Okay, I guarantee it, for not defending him. All right, the only people that's going to be invited, the only people that's going to be invited to this Diddy party will most likely be Kanye West and whoever comes after that. Okay, that's guaranteed. Jamal Hill physique is so funny. Have you seen it? Look, I try not to. I try not to stare at Jamal Hill for too long. Okay. Let me see. Nah, Diddy a freak. He was in the jacuzzi. He was beyond the jacuzzi, guys. Diddy versus Cassie too. Damn. It sounds like a mixtape. Diddy versus Cassie too. That sounds like a mixtape. Like it's about to drop tomorrow. Diddy versus Cassie too. Dropping tomorrow night, noon Eastern time. You know what I mean? It's gonna have Cassie in the front getting, punted by P. Diddy. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you already know. You might as well do it. I always say this. This is your channel, guys. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. And guys, let me read some of these comments before I'm out of here. Bro, imagine ass whipping if Marab fights Mozart. Uh that'd be a good one. I still think Marab is gonna win that one, guys. I still think Marab is a killer. You know what I mean? I still think Marab is the pound for pound number one fighter right now as we speak. I made a live about it. Okay, there is no debating about it, in my opinion. But anyways, guys, we find ourselves with my UFC fight predictions for 2025. I am 167 wins and 117 losses. That is 167 wins and 117 losses, guys, for my UFC fight predictions for 2025. That is almost 60% with calling it right. So we shall see. And I understand what you're saying. Mozart's too big, walk at 180. I understand what you're saying, but look, let me tell you something. Marab can beat the best of them. I don't give a damn how much you weigh. All right, remember the days when BJ Penn fought Lyoto Machida at heavyweight. Okay, BJ Penn fought Lyoto Machida at heavyweight and gave him everything that he can give. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if Marab can actually go in there and fight a 180 pounder and actually, get close to beating the guy. Okay, let me read this last comment. Man, what a finish from Tatsuro Tara last night. He definitely lit the fire. Look, Christian, I agree with you. It definitely was an impressive win for Tatsuro Tara. Unfortunately, it wasn't against Amir Albazi because Amir Albazi ended up not making it to the event because he wasn't medically clear. So instead, Young Sung Park steps in to his place and gets beaten by Tatsuro Tara fairly quickly. But congratulations to Tatsuro Tara. And guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. All right, thank you for supporting independent MMA media. And like I always say, guys, this is the only channel where the fans come first, not last. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Don't forget to click that bell notification. Peace. One love.